Let me know if you can see me. Let me know if you can hear me. This is the first time that I've ever done this. So I want to make sure that everything is going the way it's supposed to. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. You can hear me and see me, Anessa? Greetings, 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 Martha. How you doing? All right, all right, all right. Let's get into it. Let's get into some things. Let's let some more people get in here. Those of you who have been around here since damn near the beginning, or no matter when you came, you know that this is the first time that I've ever done this with any length. I've always done tests, but I've never really, really attempted to do this. But like I said, we're going to let a few more people get in here, and then we'll go ahead and get to what we're going to talk about as it pertains to this channel and then the other two that you guys know I started. Well, the other one wasn't necessarily started last year, but the third one was reasons why it went away for a while, reasons why it's going to come back. I want everybody to have understanding what DramaSydETV is really supposed to be about, what it isn't about, why I'm happy to do this for you, you know, and there was times where I didn't think that I was going to come back. So there's a lot of stuff to cover. But first and foremost, I hope everybody had a Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. Yes, that's and do that. Do that. I see that people are already talking about reactions that I need to do. Please, by all means, do that. Leave them in the comment section. It'll be a lot easier to do that. And then I will go back after we are done and I'll write them all down, get them all together, and we'll get it done because we got a lot of stuff to cover in the new year coming. Yeah, I see Country Girl. Yes, The Hating Game, Angelina Jordan, been recorded actually, and I will be premiering that probably tomorrow, as well as her cover of Billie Jean. I did that as well. There are a lot of videos that I've already recorded that you guys are going to be privy to in the next few hours. If you guys like this live stream setting and you want me to do more of these, be more than happy to do that, especially when things are going on and maybe I'm gone and you don't know why. It's always easier to communicate this way rather than be creating posts that maybe some people don't see. So, yeah. So, yes, again, I hope everybody had a great, 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 great Christmas. And hope that you will have an equally happy new year as we get into it. Let's see. Wow. Vanessa got out of the hospital just in time for Christmas. I really, really hope you're okay. You will definitely be in my thoughts and prayers. Absolutely. Absolutely. REO Speedwagon and Styx. I actually saw REO Speedwagon in concert. I actually love them, and they are amazing live. So yes, I would definitely be willing to dig into more of their work. Oh, wow. Pneumonia. Yes, definitely take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. So, okay. Like I said, I've never done this, so I don't know how long you're supposed to wait for people to come in. But let's just get it kicked. Let's get it started real quick. Because the first thing I want to talk about is so much of the comments come in and we're trying to figure out how is the best way to do a reaction. Now, some people want me to listen to the whole song, don't say anything. It's kind of hard to do that and call it a reaction because there are key moments and things that are happening in the song, things that you're looking for me to see or hear because you've heard it already and you want to see what my reaction is. How am I giving you a really great reaction if I don't stop sometimes and say, oh, and tell you what that moment had for me. Because if it's a 17 minute, 20-minute song that you guys are wanting me to do, you know, you're not always going to remember everything that happens in the course of that time. So, I mean, I think that's why reactors do things the way they do it. Now, do I think sometimes we can be obsessive with the stop button? Yes. Yes. But at the same time, if you want to watch the video, as I've said 1,000 times, why not watch the video and then come in and have a discussion and enjoy the reaction together? That's just my thoughts on it. So, I mean, if you have any thoughts about that, please let me know. Let me know. Let me know. I also need you to let me know now, because we got into a holding pattern a little bit. We were doing the same videos, the same artists all the time. Eventually, we'd break off into something, go the jazz route. You know, we do a little bit of R&B here and there, but let's be honest. Let's be honest. We got the 50,000 doing it this way. Now, me being a musician, and you can see I'm not trying to brag enough, but you see the thing on the wall. I didn't go to school to get a bachelor's degree and, you know, not do my music and do reactions or whatever to just talk about the same music all the time. I am a student of the game, and I've been that way ever since I was a kid. So I want to explore. Okay, and Kim, I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on anything you want to share from your perspective as an artist. If they want to watch the, well, I mean, and that's kind of what I thought, Kim, that, you know, if I'm going to be here and I'm going to spend time, you don't see me sit here do the same thing that you could do in your home or in your car or whatever. You can jam out or whatever. But when you come to watch a reaction video, you want to see if those moments and those times that were enjoyed by yourself are enjoyed by the person who's doing the reaction. So that's what I thought. Okay, Mike says, Mike, in your opinion, it's your house. React however you want to see fit. Do it your way. I enjoy not just direction, but technical analysis. And it's going to be more of that. It's going to be more of that. It's going to be, you know, like, you spend a lot of money to go to school. So why not talk about the aspects of the music other than, oh, wow, that was great. Oh, they got a great voice. Oh my goodness, don't you just like what they did there? Oh, that's just amazing. And so, you know what? Listen, I'm going to keep it all the way a buck, and that's what I do all the time, but I'm going to keep it all the way 100 with y'all tonight. I see a lot of reactors who are far more popular than me, and there's no hate at all. I got respect for everybody to do whatever they want to do. But a lot of people come on here and they tell you, oh, that's the first time I ever heard that song, but you can see them mouthing the words to the song. Is it really the first time? And people applaud them for it like it's the greatest thing in the world. I'm going to tell you something. I'm not going to kid you. If I heard something before, I'm going to tell you I heard it before, and then I'm going to find some other aspect of the song to talk about. So that's when we get into the technical analysis of things, when I've already heard something, and then I want to go into it and really give you a deep dive into whatever I'm hearing or what I've heard. And then, of course, you guys can tell when it's the first time I've heard a song. I mean, you see my eyes get bigger than whatever. Yeah, my name is Michael. You didn't? I thought everybody knew my name was Michael because, like, I've been sitting under DramaSydE since 1995. But because most of this channel didn't really start popping until I did reactions, people don't really know sometimes I even do music. I would have to mention or say something, or maybe you've seen some covers that I've done, a couple of the covers that I've posted here. But that's another thing that I want to talk to you guys about today, too. There's just important things that I really need to discuss with you going forward if this channel is to continue. Let me see now. Where was I? Transformative content is what it's called. Transformative content. And in order to be able to present the reaction videos with you guys in the most proper way, it has to be transformative. This is why videos get blocked, other than record companies who don't want you doing it. But videos get blocked because if you're not thinking Zoom is getting blocked. One of the reasons why that happens is if I sit here and I watch a video and I call it a reaction video, but I never say anything and I just sit here, and you can see me doing something, but I'm not saying anything, and then I don't say nothing to the end of the video. What you have is we just watched the video together. Nothing was changed. Nothing was moved around. Nothing was transformative about the video to create something new, you know? And so because of that, that's not a reaction video. It's my thoughts shared after. It's more like a review. It's not a reaction. So there's a difference. And this is what I try to explain to people. But some people out here is really nasty when you try to explain to them why you have to stop it. Now, do I believe that you should stop every 5 seconds? No. But when something happens and the event moves you, you should stop and you should discuss how you felt in that moment. I can't imagine listening to something from Rush for the first time and some of the things that Mr. Pert did, rest in peace, and not stop to say, oh my God, what did he do with drums just now? You know? Or we're listening to Journey and Steve Perry hits that note, that note that tickles the back of your spine and you don't stop to say anything. Come on. As a musician, you know that you live for those moments. You live for the audience to hear and feel those moments that you're giving them when you're performing. So why would I do anything less for an artist who is well established and far beyond me? Right, April. Yes. Thank you, Sassy Cat. I see that. So there have been a lot of questions about, well, what about your music? Well, I never stopped doing music. As a matter of fact, June 23rd is my birthday. Crazy. I'm about to say some truth here, but I'm about to be 50 years old on June 23rd. 50 years old, 50 years on this planet. Oh, that's such a cringe just even thinking about that. Even though I'm blessed and I'm happy to do that, so many people in my family and in my life didn't make it to even 50. So I'm blessed. So don't get me misunderstood. But on June 23rd, I'm gonna put out an album, and that a lot of you who are my subscribers will be able to hear probably for the rest of the world. But there's 50 songs for 50 years on the planet. It's ironic that these things happen the way they happen because I just passed 50,000 subscribers thanks to all of you. 50 seemed to be the going thing before I even planned to do the album. At 50, yes, I'm an old fart. Yes. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe you. Yes, I'm an old fart. As you can see, I'm letting it all hang out today, folks. There's no dye in my beard. There's nothing. You see the grays. You see me doing what I do. Okay? I still get it popping, though. You feel me? I still get it popping. Okay? Hey. Thank you. See, thank you, Arlene. 50 is not old. Okay. So 50 songs, multiple genres of music. You guys will understand, I think, a little bit more about me once you hear me in a full collection of music. Obviously, it's something that you can just enjoy over the course of the year, even though I'm going to drop another one before the end of the year. Maybe not as big, of course, not as big, but I'm going to do that. Mike Adams, I'm a little bit ahead of you. I'll be 50 on March 12th. My dad told me I wouldn't live past 35. You know what? But you're blessed because you're here. God bless you for that. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Team 50, baby. Let's do this. 52, 65, all love, all love, all love. And so sometimes I wonder, is this why I get the crowd that I get? Because like I'm just an older gentleman, you know what I'm saying? And somebody called me out the other day because I had said, oh gosh, wait a minute, before I say this, cover your ears. All of you youngsters in here, you 52-year-olds and 5 and 54, all of you youngsters in here, please cover your ears because what I'm about to say, it may do some harm audibly, okay, to your ears, okay? I can't remember what video it was, but I said shit. Somebody in the comment section said, I could do without the profanity. Some of your favorite reactors I've heard have said far more colorful words than I have. And I said the brown emoji. I used to say holy brown emoji. Remember that? I'm not going to say it every time. Sometimes you want to say darn, but sometimes you got to say damn. Okay? And sometimes you want to say holy brown emoji, and then other times you just want to say shit. And you just want to get up in there and just say shit. And somebody's going to be upset. But remember, I'm a grown-ass man, and I can really, truly do what I want to do. I just have a lot of respect for you, my subscribers. So I keep it to, I keep it to a minimum, okay, when I say stuff, unless I'm just overly passionate about it. And we've had some things here sometimes where I've had to say some things, but I try not to. Will you consider doing a live stream with your album? I would love to expand. You know what? I'm glad that you said that, Kim, and thank you for that $5. Thank you very much. But I would like to go ahead and answer that question now since I already brought up the album. The album cover is done. I will be posting that soon. It will start being in front of the videos or whatever so that I can start promoting this thing early. Only will be a live stream when the album drops. But first, let me say, the live stream probably won't happen until the 24th. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I see you, Charlotte. I see you. Charlotte has been one of my bestest, and one of the most just loyal subscribers since I started this. One day I did the Chris Stapleton Cold live performance from the CMAs. I'm sure you guys remember that because it wasn't too long ago. I had said in the video how I would love to see him live because to me, he's one of the greatest vocalists that I've ever heard and a great songwriter. I didn't even know he was like the songwriter that he is, but I was just following his vocals, whatever. And lo and behold, she got with me. And I hope I'm not embarrassing you by saying this, but she got me tickets to that show. June 23rd, where my album drops on June 23rd, but I will also be watching Chris Stapleton live, and it just, you can't make this stuff up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm blessed and I'm thankful. Thank you so much, Charlotte. Like I said, you've been there since the beginning, and you know, I honor you. I honor you. But as far as a live stream, not only will there be a live stream of the album where we will, you know, pick some songs, or we'll do the album if you want over a course of time. I don't want to bore people who don't want to hear my music, because there's some people on here, they come for the reactions. They don't want to hear nothing about me, and that's fine. That's fine. But they want to hear those reactions. So we're going to continue to give it to them in a big way. Even though this channel started as a musician's channel, an artist channel, and there was nothing but my music, like I said, it didn't really pop until we started talking about music and doing reactions. But as far as that live stream, not only will it be a live stream where we do behind the scenes talking about lyrics from the album, why these lyrics were written, there will also be live performances. I will perform some of this music for you because I talk about music. Now I'm going to give you guys a chance to just trash me if you want and say, gosh, now I know why he's reacting to music, because he can't sing a lick. I've been doing this since I was 2 years old. And so it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I can no longer let haters deter me from doing what I want to do. No, I don't know how long I got left on the planet, but I'm not going to not do my music because of something somebody said in the comment section. And honestly, sadly, if I'm being totally honest with you, that's the reason why you haven't heard more music. It's because of the hate, which, thank God, by the end of this year, now I have finally gotten over that. I don't give a shit. I really don't. Just keep watching me. That's all. Yes, another chance to draw more inspiration from another great all-around artist. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But I'm learning from all of these artists that I've covered. Steely Dan has been amazing in growing my knowledge and trying to do different things, not doing the same things all the time. And that's what I'm saying, you know, and I mean no slight to those artists that have been done more on this channel. Home Free will continue to done. As long as I can get Pentatonix to pass, they're going to be here on this channel. But there's also so much other music that I don't cover, or that I used to cover that I stopped covering. And it was all because of comments in the comment section. It was like, so say I'm weak all you want to. You can say it, because I believe that's exactly what it was. Letting somebody else determine your fate or your destiny. I mean, that's messed up. That can't happen anymore. And some of you will leave, and I'll be sad to see you go. But at the same time, I will hold the door open for you. I mean, so, you know. Exactly. Production value is something every musician should aspire to. So when you're talking about in terms of Steely Dan, why did Michael fall in love with Steely Dan? Because of the production values, because of the talent, because I got 3 guitars in here. And, you know, like most of the time in school, well, piano right there too, you know what I'm saying? But most of the time in school, they're teaching you production on these computers. And I got computers all over this room, believe it or not. I got an iMac sitting behind here. I'm on my MacBook. I got Alienware. I mean, I just tons of stuff. They teach you this production stuff, and it's all about computer production. But when you look at artists like Steely Dan and Prince and Earth, Wind and Fire and all of these hair bands and metal bands, this is why I have so much respect for them, because the music it comes from another place. It's pure because it's being done like in real time in that element. So if I say I'm a student of the game and all I want to do is get on the computer and blink, 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 blink around, and I don't want to learn to play the piano or play guitar or or whatever, what am I doing? What am I doing? So yeah, F the haters. That is correct. Looking forward to the hair bands. Absolutely, absolutely. There you go. Great music is great music. Genre, race be damned. Thank you, Kim, for not going anywhere. I appreciate each and every last one of you. So album wise, let's see. We talked about that. Talked about transformative content. Talked about our haters a little bit. I'm not going to give them any more shine. I think I gave them a little bit too much already, talking about it in the minimal way that I did. Yes, but I'm in love with all of the 70s music and the 60s. I just love music. I just love music. So if I can be afforded the opportunity to do this, and have you guys understand that I'm just on a journey, and just stay with me, and we will get to everything that you asked for. There's so much music that I've never heard before. And so somebody called me a music critic the other day. A music critic, because I'm one of those reactors who will say when I don't like something. Does that make me a critic because I don't like something? I don't think it makes me a critic. It means I just don't care for that particular song. I can go listen to something else and absolutely love it. Do you think I love every song that Steely Dan's done? I've told you when I didn't. And some people didn't like the fact that I didn't like it, and they had thoughts about it, and that's cool. But that's what makes us amazing people, amazing humans, because we don't have to say more candy. I see you, and it's gonna happen. Oh Lord have mercy, more candy is coming. I seen a candy thing the other day. She was doing some stuff with some other women. I just like lost my mind. Fell on Laura actually. I wasn't sitting on the couch properly to begin with, so I'm just gonna say that I wasn't sitting properly. That's why I fell. Wasn't because of my eyes was. Anyways, meanwhile, so yes, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Can you discuss more on the production aspect of music we listen to with you? I always find your take. Yes, absolutely. That's already in the works. We're definitely going to do that. Yes, not everybody likes the same music. I get a lot of flack when I do R&B music. I get a lot of flack when I've done hip hop music. Now, let me say this. I will not do hip hop music because a lot of people don't like hip hop. But hip hop is one of the leading genres in the world right now. But I'm going to tell you why exactly. In the early days of this channel, I did more hip hop than I do now. And I'm going to tell you why I stopped doing as much hip hop. It wasn't even so much all the comments. It was about the fact, if you look at the genre of hip hop in itself and you look at how many deaths have taken place and how hateful a lot of the music is and how disrespectful the music is, it's most certainly not the music that I enjoyed in the 90s, when people consider the 90s the golden era of hip hop, where you could listen to stuff and people were dancing and having a good time ever, and now everything is kill, murder, murder, murder. And it just makes me sick to my stomach, coming from my background. Now, I've told you guys, my family was murdered, okay? Now, why would I want to bring life to so much death? Why would I want to do that? I've had everything, people say all kinds of things, call me all kinds of names, because they say, well, you're turning your back on your culture. No, I'm not. I'm keeping it real with culture. I'm keeping it real in an understanding that this is not what it was meant to be. It wasn't created to be this. And I will not be the poster child for anything advocating any kind of violence and disrespect towards women, and the misogyny and all of that stuff. I can't do it. I can't do it. When somebody comes to me and they say, well, Tupac or Biggie, well, they had songs as well that was kind of demeaning, but they also had great music. And I'm not saying I wouldn't cover those things, but if I get the ear that something is disrespectful or degrading to somebody of a different race or ethnic background, it's not going to happen on my channel. I'm sorry. And if that means it takes me okay, it took 2.5 years to get to 50,000. If it takes me 10 years to get to that 100,000 that I want, because I refuse to sell out or fake reactions or sit on here and say N every single time, but then get mad at you in the comments if you say it. I'm going to get mad at you. But every time I say something out my mouth, I got to say the N word. No, it's not me. So sorry, I'm not the one for you. And that's okay. Because I used to sweat about that. Oh my God, what can I do? Why is it not growing? I don't care. I can't care anymore. Because it's draining. It's draining. So if I hear something positive and you bring it to me and say, Mike, you got to hear this. This is what music should be. Not necessarily just hip hop, but this is what music should be. Of course we're going to listen to it. Of course. But if I know coming in that it's something that's going to bring death or it's not going to speak life when I've already been through so much in my life, I don't want to deal with it. You can find somebody else to do that. And there's plenty of that on YouTube. So, and that's no disrespect to anybody else because they can do what they want, but not here. Of the artists you've highlighted, which one is to you the most talented? I can never answer that question. I mean, because we've talked about Steely Dan, but I could talk to you about Fleetwood Mac. What are we talking about? Are we talking about in terms of vocals? I mean, Steve Perry would have to be in there. If we're talking about guitar, I mean, Stevie Ray Vaughan, come on. I mean, Gary Moore with the guitar. Randy Rhoads, I did that a few weeks ago. Randy Rhoads blew my mind. And there's other artists on the other channels that I've done that if you haven't subscribed to those other channels, you that I've done those. But I've heard some amazing. I mean, you talk about in terms of Megadeth and Metallica. I mean, if you want to go that route. Prince, of course, Prince. Like I said, in 2001, I was honored and blessed to be able to see Prince, who was one of my all-time favorites. And I seen this man do this, what I had listened to for so long live. And I'm just sitting here like, oh my goodness, George Clinton came out and the funk was in the air. Come on now. Come on now. So and there's people that feel that way. They feel that Prince had more talent than anyone. There's so many people. So I can't say that because I don't want to disrespect so many artists that I've heard, whether it be in my life or when I was coming through college and listen to the history of music like that. Kansas, we talked about that when we was doing the Kansas stuff. Absolutely. Absolutely. What is my go-to album? My go-to album. Well, it depends on what genre I'm creating. Because I do so many different types of music, but anything from the Prince catalog. When I'm talking in terms of production, surprisingly, Michael Jackson, some of his work on the Dangerous album, some of his work on the Invincible album. Everybody talks about Thriller. I mean, but Off the Wall was an amazing piece of music. So got to talk to George Clinton at a sit down, man, was great. Absolutely. Wow. Now that would be something. That would be something. Elvis had the most amazing voice. I mean, everybody's got entitled to their opinion. I think there's so many great singers. How can we just like say that? I would say Elvis, yes, had amazing voice. For me, if I'm talking in terms of that, I'm looking at other people like Steve Perry. Like I said, Whitney Houston had an amazing, powerful voice. Some gospel singers that I've listened to have amazing, powerful voices. So when we're talking about voices and vocals and things like that, that's hard to say. And so, I mean, everybody has their own opinion. But I'm definitely not going to disrespect Elvis in this space. I'm not going to do that. Um, Obviously, he is what he is to many people and was what he was. So, such a wide field when looking at a go-to album depends on my mood, and I think that's correct because one moment I could be listening to, you know, something that's danceable, but I could listen to classical music, or I could go to country route, you know. And people, you know, a lot of people have stuff to say. Michael, why are you doing this country music? Well, because I'm a hillbilly, duh. You know what I'm saying? I was born in DC, but I'm from North Carolina. Let's keep it 100. People go, well, why you wear Boston and stuff all the time if you're from North Carolina? Because I went to Boston one time and I was working at Clear Channel and I fell in love with the city. Fenway Park, come on now. Fell in love with the city. And, you know, I kind of adopted it as a place that I love to go to. Now, would I move there? No. But I loved it. I love the city. What genre of music surprised you the most? Metal, metal. Because to hear it, me and my friend Rick Justice, he introduced me to Kiss and which I don't know if you call them metal, but he did introduce me to Metallica. Kill 'Em All album was the first album I heard from him, and the fact that these men were doing this stuff when like I grew up on watching Hee Haw, and even though Roy Clark, recipe great guitarist in his own right, but I was watching these people who were playing slower stuff, or even BB King, listening to the blues or whatever growing up. But when I heard these men playing at this rate of speed with this much technical and classical training in some cases, I was just like, what? What? To show you what is possible? Come on. Come on. At first, I came to the channel for home fraction, but based on how I feel about ours, I think I'm going to have to check them out. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And yeah, I hope you stick around because, like I said, I want to do different things because I want there to be a more well-rounded channel. And I don't want to feel like I'm in a box where I can't do things because I'm worried about, well, is this going to turn people off? It's like, if I decide to do 10 videos one day and I do one that you don't like, did I have a bad day? I mean, so I'm here for the music-minded people, the open-minded people. And if something is trash, let's say it's trash together. We don't have to look at it again, but let's listen to it. Let's give people a shot around here, a first shake. And that's just how I feel about music. What has been your most memorable reaction? Oh my goodness, the fact that you asked me that, but I am going to go ahead and give you the what was the name of that song by Sweet? Some of you remember that one. I think that's one of the most fun reactions I've ever had. Hearing Sweet for the first time was absolutely amazing to me. Because at first I was just like baffled by what I was seeing. But then when they started singing, I was like, yes, this is what's up. This was up because there's no bias of any kind of, you know, of nothing on this channel. Hello, how are you? I just want to say I love your channel. Thank you very much, Tracy. I appreciate that. Ballroom Blitz. Yes, Ballroom Blitz. That was my, you can feel it any word you want. That was fire. That was the Scrostein. That was the okay. You just do you. You're open and genuine with your reactions, and that's what makes you great. Thank you very much. Thank you, Chris. Let's see, Ballroom Blitz. Yeah, had a lot of fun with had a lot of fun with it. So again, you know, like I said, I wouldn't have these moments if I didn't see you guys in the comment section. Somebody asked me, "Do you read the comments?" Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Sometimes it gets tough because of some of the things that are being said or whatever. And I've just made the conscious decision not to bring it to the camera anymore, not to say anything about it. That's why the podcast will be in effect, where we can like pull some of these and we can talk about it then. But I don't think interrupting somebody's time as far as listening to an artist's music and then talking about some knucklehead in the comment section, I don't think we need to do that. I think we need to stay with the music. But don't worry about cussing. One of my favorite comedians is Andrew Dice. Oh my goodness. Now he had a filthy mouth, filthy mouth. But I love it. Love it. Let's see. So I have like talked and talked and talked. Let's get to these. I see a lot of comments here. So if you have any questions for me while I'm on here, let's go ahead and let's get into some questions. What would you like to see? Anything about me within reason? Let's go ahead. Oh, favorite reaction that I did was Trilogy. I couldn't name that one because like I was crying and I had snot bubbles. I don't think I should like name the ones where I'm sitting here bawling in front of you guys and wondering if like, oh, I can't deal with this guy. He's like crying all the time. What is the worst song you reacted to? Well, I'm gonna tell you the worst song that I ever reacted to was a song or album that I never posted because I hated it so much. Um, that I couldn't listen, I couldn't get through it. They asked me to do the whole album and I'm grateful to do that because I always expect something to be good. It was horrible. I can't even remember the name, Death Haven or something like that. The album was that it's the first time I ever that I listened to an album and I said, I can't find anything about this that I actually absolutely that I actually like. I can't find one thing. So yeah, it never made it to the channel because I couldn't stand it. But Pentatonix Bohemian Rhapsody was a milestone for me seeing that because I was totally not expecting that. Yeah, I could do my own thing here. I mean, and that's what the whole thing was. But it's like I didn't know if I could do everything that I wanted to do on this channel and if it would be accepted. I wanted to do the podcast on this channel. I wanted to be able to do my music and my performances on this channel. I wanted to do a lot of things just here. And it just seemed like whenever I wanted to do something that was more with me involved, it didn't go over so well. So then I separated the things and ended up getting followings elsewhere. But the original plan was to do it right here on DramaSide TV. Personally, I love the look you give the camera when you're running something back because I have to. I have to. I mean, if you're talking about reaction, I want you guys to know what I'm feeling when I'm feeling it. And that's why I say I don't like waiting till the end of a song to do it. But I agree, you shouldn't stop the song and break it up so many times. Do you prefer live music or singles production when reacting? Well, now we've had a discussion about this on the channel before. Um, in the beginning, I thought that I was going to get away from having so many blocks if I did the live versions of stuff. But then there was more people come and say, "What? No, you got to the original." And so now I'll listen to the original and then I'll go find the live version because I want to see what the difference is. Because a lot of people they beef it up when they do it live as they should. I mean, you should give your live fans something uh, you know, that they wanted when they come. So now I feel like I should listen to the studio version first and then go and listen to a live version just for context to know what song surprised you the most. Man, I've done a lot of videos. That's really hard to say. But I will say anything of the acapella realm that I've done, I'm still amazed at how the human voice is able to do all of these things. And I think it should be more respected than what it is. Some people get mad because I do so much acapella on here, but man, as a singer, I mean, now you have to understand where I'm coming from and why I'm doing this. As a singer, I'm enthralled by the human voice. And when I'm hearing Adam from Home Free do some things, or I'm hearing Kevin from Pentatonix do some stuff, I'm just like, what in the but all of them, not just the people who are doing the backdrops and the drum beats and things of that nature. All of them. It's amazing. Um, Voice play, Octave, all the people that we've listened to, it's just amazing. Music or lyrics first when I'm writing music. Normally, how my music is written is I'm unloading trucks at work because I work UPS, and I'm unloading trucks, and I have these words in my head, or I have this hook in my head. And usually, if the hook or the lyrics or just a certain opening of a song stays with me by the time I'm done working, I come home, then I know this is something that I need to probably produce some music for. But if I don't remember what I said, if I'm grooving in the truck and then I come home and I'm like, oh, ugh, then that's probably not something I need to let you guys hear because it probably wasn't worth nothing anyway. Something that stays with me and sticks with me. So probably always the lyrics first, and then I can come and put a drum beat and I can put some guitar with it or a piano too. I can do that. But lyrics, I'd say. When you're not doing reaction videos, what genre of music is your go-to for just your listening pleasure? Everything. If you look at my playlist, I'm very eclectic with my music. I always have been. I always have been. Have you listened to Queensryche Take Hold of the Flame live in Tokyo? Interesting Queensryche question because when I did that video the other day, it was a Patreon request. First, to answer your question, no, I have not heard that, but I will be listening to that. Number two, I did not know that they had conceptual albums, that their albums were conceptual. With that being said, now I'm going to do full album reactions for Queensryche because I like conceptual albums. I love conceptual albums. I like stuff that goes together. It's cohesive like that. So definitely look for Queensryche being played in a major way, if not on this channel, on the third channel, which I do all of the album reactions. If there's ever comes a time where we feel like we should just do this channel and just leave it alone, then I'm sorry, you're gonna have to deal with those full album reactions right here. Let's see what happens. Didn't do stage or something. At 12 years old, yes, I started doing stage. Before I was even a singer in that realm, I was an actor doing theatrical plays. But I was always singing from the time, like I said, I was a really, really young kid, church choir in school. I knew at 2 years old, I wanted to be a singer. And I was a dancer, used to do dance battles, but I remember watching Saturday Night Fever as a kid, and I had the suit. I remember watching Donnie and Marie Osmond, and I was watching their stuff. I watched Sonny and Cher, Jackson 5, anything that was on where music was being done. I would stage my own concerts like I was doing, I was doing their songs, but people came to see me doing them, you know what I'm saying? So I had whatever microphone I had in my hand and I was doing all their songs, going through the motions. So yeah, might be revealing a little bit too much here. Jeff O'Toole, glad you enjoy the longer form style of music. I do enjoy listening to all of the music. And not just pieces of it, because people say, well, react to this. And if you guys notice, I go deeper and do songs that wasn't necessarily hits. I just listen to the songs because artists and bands are more than just the hit commercial records. They made all this music. Why not listen to it? You might find that there are diamonds in the rough, so to speak. Have I ever tried to play the sax? Yes, very unsuccessfully. Don't have enough wind for it. No. I'm just not a very good attempter at a sax. I always wanted to, but no, not good. What song on the playlist might surprise you guys? I don't know if anything would surprise you. I mean, because if you've been on the channel, you guys know I'm willing to listen to anything. I'm willing to listen to anything, and it doesn't matter how long it is. When I did the Garth Brooks concert and I did that whole thing in its entirety, I didn't know what I was going to listen to, but I was glued for 2 hours checking it out. But that's what you guys, the Vibe Tribe, the followers of this channel wanted. So I wasn't afraid to do it. And I will do it more in the future if I got to. It is what it is. Love the deep cuts, absolutely. Yes, Moody Blues. Speaking of that, Moody Blues Days of Future Past will be something that I do. I remember when I did a single from them, it was suggested that I do that. So that is coming. What most surprised me about Do You Hear What I Hear? That depends on whose version. So many people have done that song. I've heard it so many times. So who are we talking about in terms of, and then I can give you a better answer as to what stands out to me. Let's see. Until the Night Leaps to Mine, great deep cut. Gonna have to check it out. And like I said, I'm glad that you guys are leaving some of these songs in here, things that I wouldn't have thought about, so that I can check it out. And we'll do it together. I'm not saying that I'm gonna go do them to me, I kind of hold myself back from listening to music that I haven't heard because I know that I'm going to do a lot of stuff with you guys. So I kind of like listen to songs that it's like, I'll call them safe songs. So I listen to those safe songs, songs that I already know. And then so I can still have that pleasant surprise when I'm hearing something new or something for the very first time. So, yep. Well, I'm glad that you enjoyed that Garth Brooks concert because I most certainly did myself. We all have that one song, the one that is what the song. Uh, See, that's a hard one, and it depends on what I'm doing. Um, like if I'm cooking and I'm cooking outside on the grill, and friends and stuff are around. September from Earth, Wind and Fire. I like to, because you got the spatula in hand or whatever you use to cook with, the tongs or whatever, and you just, But I don't know. Maybe that's a black thing. I don't know. I don't know. I've listened to so much music and I have so many favorite songs or whatever, that it's just hard for me to like narrow down one thing. Being a singer and doing it for as long as I have or whatever, I've just heard so many things that have influenced. Barcades is coming. That's been requested. Alan Stone has been requested. I did one song once. I thought it was good, but then later people said, no, you should have did this one. So okay, I'm gonna do that one. That's all. Definitely. Steve Ray Vaughan. Anything Steve Ray Vaughan will always be on this channel. Live videos, whatever I can get. The man. I came into this whole thing talking about Jimi Hendrix, and I will always till the day I die. But Stevie Ray Vaughan, let's go. Okay. Well, hello, Double Whopper. With cheese, though, next time, brother. Traffic jamming by the bar. Okay. Let's do that. Yeah. So, like I said, if you have those requests, please do not hesitate to go ahead and put them in that comment section, and I will go back and check these out. Joss Stone is amazing. Joss Stone is amazing. Why did that make me change my octave when I seen her name come up? I haven't heard her in years. Okay. But that lady can go. That lady is amazing. Badfinger called Timeless. Okay. Been wanting to get back into some more Bad Company too. Absolutely love their sound. So yeah. See, we get any more questions coming in here? Any more thoughts? Anything that you would like to see? Anything that I do that you absolutely detest? I remember when I first said disgusting, there was a lot of people who didn't really care for that. I love the staple singers, absolutely. And listen, I don't want people to. Here's the thing, because I got to say this. Other day when I did that Kiss video, I was talking about people being judged for their everything that they do in life that's wrong. And we tend to forget about their music or whatever. Like, I just don't want that to be a thing here. Thank you, Catfish Regulators, for the $5. Thank you very much. Just because you love what I do, and I appreciate doing it for you. So I say that to say this: there's no genre that is taboo. I know staple singers have done some gospel music as well. If you guys have that type of music, doesn't matter what genre it is, we'll get it done. And if people don't like it, it is what it is. Like I'm here for the music. I'm not here for what everybody did wrong or what they believe in or what they don't believe in. I mean, obviously, I'm not standing behind no child molesters or nothing like that. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying you can do whatever you want and I'm going to do that. No. But what I'm saying is, it's like all of us have sinned. All of us have messed up. All of us have done things that we're not proud of. Like, who am I to judge somebody? But within reason. Let's be within reason. Racism is not a reason not to listen to somebody's song. It's not. It's not. They could have been raised that way, or that's their mindset, or what have you. Was the music good? Because if we're talking about music, we can talk about music. I'll do my podcast, and then if you want to throw some dirt about somebody, we can talk trash all day. But if you actually want me to do reactions, this channel, that's what we're doing. We're doing reactions. We're not talking about people's personal life, because I don't know people's personal life. I know what the media tells me. Roberta Flack, first time I ever saw your face. Yes. Brand X. I've never heard of them, but I will check it out. Staple Singers and the Band Live. I did the actual whole movie. You can find that on a Venmo. I did the whole band movie, and it's on there. So I probably wouldn't break it up and do singles again when I've already done it. So if you want the link, I can get you the link, and I can make sure that you're able to see that. Yeah, agree. Let's keep it about music. Everyone has a skeleton somewhere. Montgomery Gentry, some people change. We can do that. Let's do that. More Leonard Skinner, of course, Henry Paul Band and Molly Hatchet live, of course, because we did some Molly Hatchet. You guys know I love Molly Hatchet, so let's just we're going to keep it going, keep it going. But I have to tell you, there's going to be some new blood on the channel, and there's going to be more videos. I had a lot of personal things that happened this year that prevented me from being here as much as I wanted to be. The 50K, which I am totally amazingly grateful for. I felt like we would have been there a lot sooner had I not had to be taking so much time away, whether it be my daughter, who will always be first for me, or change in relationships and moving around and things of that nature. Whatever had to happen, and I'm thankful for it, and I'm blessed to still be here. But now we're about to turn up. Now we're about to do what I intended to do when I first started. Yeah, let's just keep it about the great music, and then if we ever want to do something, if we watch a documentary or something and we want to talk on another channel or another area, we thank you very much on the congratulations for the 50K. I'm really, really thankful to you guys for that, because like there was a time where I didn't think that I would make it. But we still push ahead to 100K. I'm gonna be here. Bonnie Red, absolutely love Bonnie Red. So we're gonna have to dig in some things that I haven't heard though, because a reaction is truly not a reaction when I'm singing stuff word for word, unless I'm doing a live video and I tell you this. I'm doing a live version of this. I want to see how they do it live. Then you see me singing it. I appreciate you saying that I should have a lot more subscribers. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people who disagree. So they say I talk too much or I'm too sappy because I get emotional about stuff or whatever, but it is what it is. I'm not going to change for anybody. This is who I am. Every video you put out over the last 3 years, I'm grateful for the first opportunity I've had to see and chat with you live. Thanks again for being honest and real. Thank you, Wes, for saying that. That means a lot to me. Like I said, if this is something that you guys would like to see more often, I would be more than happy to do so. I was unsure about doing it, but it's not so bad. Kate Bush, no, I've never done Kate Bush, but now that you have mentioned Kate Bush, Kate Bush will be done, because I'm one of those curious people. I'm nosy. You done mentioned the name, so now I got to know what's up. Sometimes life happens. Yeah, you know what? Life does sometimes happen, but here's the thing. I know that I have to do a better job communicating with you guys when I'm gone, because there's people that say, "Oh my God, I thought you had given up. I'm glad to see you back." So people actually thought that I wasn't going to come back, and we can't have that. You guys have been very loyal to me. Most of you have, more than most of you, and so I'm not going to just bail. I'm not going to just like leave and never come back and not tell you that I'm not coming back. So yeah. From now on, I'll do a better job. Even if I got to get on here and say, okay, I'm going to be gone for a minute. But this time I know to stockpile some videos for you guys. But if I'm going to be away for a couple of days, that you can bet that we're not missing a beat, because I already have stuff scheduled for you. So that's why I want to do this going forward, and with channels as well, is to keep the content moving, as well as, being regular Michael and doing my regular job, taking care of my daughter, and then recording this album, producing this album, recording this album, so that you guys can hear that side of me as well, for those of you who are interested in that. Yes, thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Let's see. Well, yes, because and if you're ever in the Tri-Cities area of Northeast Tennessee, I'll buy you a beer, and I'm gonna drink that beer too, brother. Absolutely. I like a live, like an hour straight, where you take paid requests for reactions. Would that be limited for a time? Well, here's the thing. If you notice, like I don't come on here I mean, my paid things are in the description, but I don't come on here asking for anything. I've been blessed by a lot of you that you guys have done a lot of things for me behind the scenes. So it's like it's never gonna be a situation where I ask for anything. Um, and maybe that's to my detriment, or like because I see others doing it. I can't bring myself to do that. But if you guys wanted me to come on here and do an hour or two, and you would say in the name of donations towards the channel, then I would do that. But I wouldn't want to feel like you're doing it just for just, you know what I'm saying, if it makes any sense. Um, but I would definitely do that. I think that doing live reactions real time will clear up some of the things of people saying, "Oh, your reactions are fake," because I get that too. And I've never done a fake reaction. Never, never. If I try to tell you, if I've heard a song before, I try to tell you. And like I said, I look for other elements of a song to talk about, or other things about the performance that I liked. So we can keep it fresh and we can keep it real. But yes, I will do. I took the long way around the grandma's house, but that's because I smelled the apple pie that she was baking. I know I took the way along around the way to just say that yes, I will do that for you guys. I will do live reactions, and I took the long way around. But I swear, for everything under God blesses sun and sky, I smelled the apple pie, and I'm gonna stick to that story. Like that. Yes, there you go. Like, see, I'm telling you. Now we got more people, well, people who have been here probably and like the like button and then left or whatever. But we are pretty good with the ratio of like to people watching. Uh oh yes, yes. You know, at some point, and normally I wouldn't do this, but at some point, at some point I got to show you my daughter Callie because she's so beautiful, and she just I bought her a little a baby grand piano for Christmas, and she gave me a full on concert. She's just like her daddy. She's just like her daddy. She's gonna be a legend though. I'm gonna make sure of that. So spelling your name wrong. Oops. I'm not worried about spelling my name wrong. I never felt that you were faking reactions, emotions. I thank you for that. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm a very, very good actor if I can fake some of the emotions that you guys have had me on. Some of you guys have had me on some emotional roller coasters with some of these songs that you tell me to react to. And I don't mind it at all because I'm always going to keep it real with you guys. Real talk is what I like about you. I enjoy your actions and you being human and knowing music the way you do. Well, that comes from and you guys have taught me a lot. You guys have taught me a lot. I mean, the thing about it is, if I would have known that I was going to learn as much from you guys, I definitely wouldn't have had no $65,000 to go to that school. I tell you that. Thank God for a bachelor's degree, but yeah, not really doing so much right now with it. But that will change in 22. You'll see some things. As like I said, I do more live videos, performance videos, production videos, so you guys can actually see how I'm making these songs and break stuff down. Okay, well, for those people that say that your directions are fake, or I mean, I think you meant reactions are fake, just messed up. So I watch a lot of your actions, and trust me, from everything that I've seen, they feel 100% genuine. Thank you, and that's because it is. I have been like, people wonder all the time. Well, why DramaSydE? Why don't you just call yourself Michael? Well, DramaSydE was a name that I created in 1995. DramaSydE actually for me means it comes from a lot of different things. I started as an actor at 12. I was doing music beforehand. I've had a lot of tragedy in my life, as I've told you. My mother was stabbed to death. My sister was stabbed to death, and my father was shot to death. So we never had really much time together. The memories I have of my mother was her singing to me and singing gospel music. She's very, very powerful. But to mask everything that I had went through as a child, I was a class clown. I would tell jokes, and it's how I fit in with people. When I started writing music and becoming music, I started writing music about my life, which wasn't so funny. It was drama. It was an aspect of drama in my life. So I said, okay, yeah, people think I'm a funny guy, think I'm hilarious and everything like that. But this is the drama side. This is the real side. This is what makes me cry at night. This is what sure you can understand what I'm saying. So that's what DramaSydE is. It's not that I like drama. It's not that I like to come on here and start and stir up stuff. It's my life. It's me And I'm giving it to you every time I do a reaction or I talk about something. And this is why when people send me stuff and say I lost my son or my daughter to drugs or suicide or whatever, I can't keep it together. I can't, because I understand loss. And I said this, I understand loss, but I also understand life. And if something I do in a reaction video, or if there's something I say that makes you smile or makes you just forget, just for one moment, all the trials and tribulations of your life, then I feel like this is what I'm here for. I'm not here for 100K. I'm here to make a difference in somebody's life. And if I am so lucky to reach 100K, then hey, I killed two birds with one stone. But at the end of the day, trust me when I tell you, I'm always going to be real first. I'm always going to be about people first. And then if money and notoriety comes, if people see me and they like my music or whatever, and I can get somewhere from that, so be it. That's not the sole purpose of me being here. It'll never be the sole purpose of me being here. And the day that it becomes that, I sold out, and you guys should never watch me again anyways. So yes, it is the universal language. Yes, and it hits you like a ton of bricks. But if you're a real human being, and you see your fellow man or your fellow sister falling or suffering, and you can't lend a helping hand, or you can't say words of encouragement, or you can't be willing to shed a tear, come on, man. I might be black, but we're all the same at the end of the day when we're cut open. And the fact that I'm Irish and I'm 25% charity, so I mean, I'm mixed. Okay. The only reason why this was because my daddy must have been charcoal black. That's all I'm saying. Because my mama and my sister was fair skinned women, beautiful women. And I got all this extra chocolate. So I don't know what I'm talking about. But you know what I'm saying? We listen, I'm about the people, man. That's why it's about the vibe tribe. That's why I said vibe tribe, because it's a vibe. We come from different walks of life, different places. You know what I'm saying? Let's embrace that. Let's find more of the things that we love that are the same, that are equal about us, than things that divide us in the media, because that's exactly what they do. And it's one of the reasons why I'm so unpopular in some places. And I just don't give a damn anymore. It took me a long time not to give a damn, but I promise you on everything, I don't give a damn. You can see me wild out. And if I feel like getting up and dancing and acting a fool, I'm going to act a fool. And if you don't like it, you can leave there. But I'm going to do me regardless. All time. All time. Can you do Chris Cable, Chips Dig It? Yes, because I've never heard that. Now I'm curious. And thank you for the $5. That was amazing. Thank you. Too honest with your reactions for them to be fake, like you saying off. Some people agree with you, some don't. Everybody has a right to their opinion. And that's what I try to stress all the time. This is what I try to stress all the time. I'm not here to because I think you should agree with everything I say. I'd be mad at you if you agree with everything I said, because that means we're puppets then, right? So if you don't agree with something I say and you tell me that and you tell me why, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to sit there and get mad at you and block you because you said that. I'm going to say, you know what? Let me listen to this again. You're right. Oh my goodness. That was fire. And I don't know what I'm talking about right now as far as that's concerned. I don't have to be right all the time. I don't care about being right all the time. I'm sure you agree our little ones are the most beautiful, pure souls, that we need to protect them from the cruel, yet kind, filthy, yet beautiful world that is. Yeah. Yes. I don't think that every performance on the sing off from anybody, all of them were great performances. So everybody had some off times or things that wasn't as great as the other, but collectively, Pentatonix did their thing, Home Free did their thing, you know. The color of a person's skin is just a rapper. Amen to that. Treat others as you want to be treated. This is why I like this is not a Christian channel or anything like that, but I was once a youth minister. So when people come to me and they say, well, did you used to be a preacher? Well, yeah, of sorts. Yeah. Do I have faith? Yes. But do I feel like I need to rub it in your face all the time? No. No. I think that when I speak, you'll know that I have some kind of faith-based belief system or whatever. I'm a spiritual person, not so much this organized thing that people. I mean, because here's the thing. Man or a woman who walks the same way we do, wakes up the same way, lives her life the same way, they're subject to error, just like anybody else, you know. And we as people sometimes tend to put people in this box where they have to be perfect because they profess to be Christians or whatever they profess to be, uh, but they're still human beings. So, what is your faith in really? Is your faith in the person sitting next to you, or is it in a higher power, universe, whatever you choose to believe? You know. So, what you believe as far as that is none of my business, really. Um, all I'm trying to do is convey that I'm trying to be the best person I can possibly be at the end of the day, because that's all that really matters at the end of the day. No matter what your preference is or whatever. Listen, you're killing me with the hat. Listen, I got tons of hats in there. You just tell me, and I'll do something different. I'll start wearing the Boston hats. I love my Boston hats. I get good money with my hats, but anyhow. Hello, Patty. Okay, Street Corner Symphony. Let's check them out for sure. Okay, so I need to know what the print on your wall is. That was given to me when I was doing the Tool reactions by an artist who actually does Tool inspired art. And Tool, I'm going to be doing more Tool. I'm going to get back into Tool. So that will be more, there will be more information about that again as I continue to go ahead and promote his artwork. So that's where that comes from. And being a person who actually, the first time I went to college was for graphic art. I also draw and paint myself. So I saw that and I was like, wow, guy's talented. And so, yes, I love that piece of art, even though, some of the things in there makes me go, I'm on a side eye when I'm looking at it, but I'm like, it's art. And I don't put any more into it than that. It's art. Ooh, y'all need to leave my hat alone. Y'all need to stop that hat business. You see some of these hats I get, y'all really gonna be mad. And the thing about it is like I have so many Boston hats that I put on a Yankees hat one day, and my head didn't even like it. My head was mad at me. My head's like, you better not put that hat on. You know better than that. So I wore a Detroit hat the other day. So yeah. But anyways, you'll see some more hats. I'll wear different hats from now on. I even got to bring back the fuzzy hat just for memory's sake. A Pikachu hat? Amy. I don't know if that would go over well. Probably better than this Boston hat though, so we can try it. Anything but the socks. Come on. Y'all killing me. Said in a concert, people are down. You should lift. Okay, yeah, and I saw that. I saw that clip when Stevie Ray Vaughan was telling people that when people are down, you should lift them up, and that the ones are up, you shouldn't bring them down because we're all brothers and sisters. Absolutely. And when I saw that, I believe I did a reaction to that very clip that you're talking about, and it's so true. And that's what I try to instill with this channel, and of course my children. So, do you think album cover artists are too often overlooked? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because if you look at some of the album covers of the past, these are some of the most amazing works. And then, and this is before you even get to the music aspect of it. Art is a very, very important aspect to the art because sometimes it can give you direction or a bird's eye view into what you're about to hear, and then other times it's just so scrambled and stuff that makes you like say, okay, what is this and where we're going with this? But yes, I think album cover artists are overlooked, and I think they should get more credit for their contributions to the aspect of music. Absolutely. And like I said, I'll be some people have already seen it, but I will be revealing my album cover. And that's something that I wanted to say as well. As we talked about using curse words, and I've told you in this video a little bit about my background. I've told you a little bit about things that happened to me, but I haven't told you some of the most graphic things. And why would I do that? I mean, I've been through some things that will make you go, "What in the entire hell is going on?" My album discusses a lot of these things. There is a bias on it. Not because I cuss after every other word. It's more for the subject matter. Some people will be turned away from that just because I have a parental advisory sticker on that. To you, to those people, I say, grow up. Grow up. You'll hear songs coming from me on my album that I will release on my channels, and you will say, oh, why'd you have to say that? Because I wanted to, okay? Because like I said, sometimes when you want to say damn, just say damn, because it's not a darn moment, it's a damn moment, okay? And Beavers built them, so if it's okay for Beavers, it's okay for me, even though there's two different things. You know what I mean? Quit playing. What's gonna be your next reactions? What artists? Well, you're going to see a lot of people that you've seen before, but you're going to see a lot of people that you've never seen on my channel. Because like I said in the beginning of this video, I intend on showing you guys my full plate of what I'm willing to do here on this channel. I cannot continue to do the same things. I do not believe that this channel will continue to grow if I continue to do the same stuff that I've done for the last 2.5 years. And so with that being said, I want to see more people requesting different things. And if I have to go find things, I'll do that. I'm done doing the same stuff. I'm done doing the same stuff. We're going to do the same stuff because people enjoy it and I enjoy it. But come on, man, let's be adventurous here. Let's do some things. I am going to get a PO box because a lot of people have been asking me that lately. I'm going to get a PO box, not because I expect anything from anybody, but there's just so many people asking me. And so let's get this thing done. So in the first of the year, around the first of the year, I will be giving people information in the description box, and I'll tell you when I do it about a PO box. So we can correspond that way. I have vinyl records. I have 2 turntables in here, which I don't have up and plugged in right now, but I have vinyls over here. The last vinyls that I bought was Prince's 1999 and Purple Rain because I wanted them on vinyl. But we have a store here called Graywell, and they have all the vinyls. And I just love vintage trips to the record store. I miss record stores. I miss going and getting that new cassette tape or that new album cover. I mean, the album that came out. So yes, I do collect vinyl. One of the songs that is on my playlist has some cussing, but it didn't make me skip it. Well, I don't think that I did it excessively. I think you understood in the context of the song why there was cussing in the song. And I don't cuss just to cuss. But if I say, you know, something, it's because I meant it. It's plain and simple. If I ever say a cuss word, it's because I mean what I say and I say what I mean. And I'm a grown man. I don't have to apologize to anybody. If you can't understand that people live a life and have been through things. Listen, if you go outside right now and something very, very heavy happens to befall you, God bless you, and hope it don't to any of you. But if something heavy drops on your foot or cracks you on the side of the head and you don't lose consciousness, you're not going to say, darn it, gosh darn it, what was that? Oh my goodness, that's smarted. That's smarted. I've never met anybody who, when they are faced with those kind of situations, say, gosh darn it, that shouldn't have happened to me. We're human beings, okay? That's what it is. They're words, and they're only words that are bad when you give them power to do so. That's why all this thing, oh Michael, how can you say that? How can you do that? That man just said the N-word. Well, it's a word that we continue to give power to, isn't it? And on the sidebar, if you're acting like one, can't be surprised if somebody calls you that. I'm just saying, I'm not an advocate for that word at all, but I'm just saying, if you're acting a fool, you know, play dumb games, get dumb prizes. That's all I'm saying. I agree with you heard. You seem like such a good guy and say exactly how you feel without apology, like I do as well. You know, it's one thing. People keep bringing up Elvis. I did Elvis in the Black community, and people lambasted me for defending Elvis. I didn't understand it. Like, people like chewed me alive for defending Elvis. And I'm sorry for those of you who don't like the fact that I defend Elvis or other people. I'm not a racist. And I look at things and I research things before I open my mouth. I hear things and I learn things. I don't take everybody's word for everything. And if you guys remember, what was it? In the Ghetto, Mac Davis Road, you guys told me all about that. And the beginning of the video, I specifically said I was raised that not to really like Elvis. And before I could even get the video all the way done, people were already in the comment section dogging me and talking all kinds of trash because of the way I was raised. The fact that I told you guys that, so that we could enter into a conversation, an adult, a healthy conversation. And then by the end of that video, what happened? I saw clearly that I was wrong. I see clearly that I was taught wrong, and minds are able to be changed, and we can move forward, and we can be smart people making smarter decisions and not being led by emotions and impulse or something that somebody from yesteryear told us. We have the ability to grow if we're open our mind and be cool to do so. And people don't like that I have open mind. And to those people, I say, you are cordially invited to kiss my ass. Mhm. You can do that. Not in person though, because I don't want your lips like near me like that. But just in a anyhow, lots of good Russian metal, and lots of it is in English. And you know what? Let's get into it. That's what I'm saying. I appreciate you, James, for letting me know that. And let's get into it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm here for. PO Box is a great idea. I agree. Let's see if you PO Box, just go ahead now and buy some shelves for okay. Well, you know what? Like I said, I will never ask you guys for anything. I will ask you guys to remain subscribers to the channel, because I want you guys to see the evolution. I want you guys to see things as they happen here. And don't be afraid to tell me if there's things that you don't like. It's like I'm not gonna like go off and get crazy or anything. Let's see, Stacy. Hey, honey. Hope you had a good holiday. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you for the $20. I hope you're feeling better. I know you've been going through some things. I hope that you're starting to feel better. God bless you and your family. Irish Short, $10.9.99. Please, DJ Young, this woman's work. Let's go. That's what I'm talking. See, this is what I'm talking about. I love this kind of stuff. Like we could talk about money all day, but I'm talking about the music. And when people give me stuff I haven't heard before, yes, I'm all about that. But thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you guys that have been here. And I know I'm going a little long. If you guys are bored and tired of me, you can go ahead and tell me that. Like I said, this is the first time that I've done this in this length, and I'm enjoying myself just talking to you guys, because like we made it to 50,000, and I never really sat down and talked to you guys. I mean, it's really unheard of. It shouldn't have happened this way, but things happen when they happen, and I'm blessed to be here with you. D having his platform to preach. Am I preaching? Oh, I didn't want to preach per se. I just wanted to like tell you guys what goes on in my mind, and how I feel about things. How people always ask me, what do you think about this? What do you think? So I took this opportunity to do just that. Tell you what goes on in my mind. Tell you what I'm thinking. Why the reactions from me are the way they are, so that you get a better understanding. So when you come in and you watch these things, you can see, okay, this is where this guy's coming from. So again, I'm not here for the BS. I'm not here for the games. I'm not here to be famous or whatever. I'm here to just enjoy music with you guys, share some of what I do, and at the end of the day, that's what it is. I meant words are just words. The intent is the same no matter what the words are used. Well, I mean, to a certain extent, I guess. But I've never met anybody who went and stepped on a nail and said, darn, and everybody's not, looking at them side eye, because like, more is coming, and usually it does come after that. The initial thing can be darn, but after that, it's, damn, what the hell is going on? Oh my God. Art is creativity. It helps us grow and develop to dream, and dreams make some. You're right. And I will not stop doing that until I am dead and gone. Orion, rain, darkness comes, please. Okay, go work for me tomorrow. Keep going. Do this more often. Okay, so no work for you tomorrow. Keep going. Do this more often. Follow that immediately. How often would you guys like to see this done? Once a week? Twice a week? Let me know. Keep going. It's all good. I'm going to make myself know some of the old. Okay, see, I've never heard that stuff, so that's interesting to me. red Savine stuff can hit hard. Very sentimental. Okay. Jesse, okay. Thank you, Nicole. Can you do Jeff Carson, Not on Your Love? I most certainly can. Like I said, I will be going through all of these comments at the conclusion of this and making sure that I've written them down and have a good list of these things so that we can really get into these other aspects. Like I said, just because we are going to do these new reactions does not mean that we are going to move away from the things that have made us all come together. We're going to keep this going. But we got to get some new blood in here. We got to do that. Once a week minimum. Okay. I mean, I can dig that minimum. Maybe we can do something at the beginning of the week and maybe towards the end of the week or something like that. Or maybe one of them can be one of these and then another one can be a podcast where you guys can still talk to me and we can still do this, but we can have like a topic, whether it be about music or a band or something that's going on in the world, you know. So yeah, and it's, like I said, I remembered that you have requests that you've asked me for. I forgot you. Don't think I forgot you. They're coming. So don't think I forgot you. Yes, George Jones. He saw Loving Her Today. I thoroughly enjoyed that one. The storyline of that was amazing. And to be able to get the full understanding of that was very, very rewarding for me. That's some great song and something that can bring you to a crescendo when you thought it was going one way and it goes another way is absolutely amazing. Great songwriting. And George Jones, I want to do more George Jones. I absolutely love George Jones. Plus we got somebody said something about what was that? I can't remember his name right now. We'll get to it at another time. But love the podcast idea. We could discuss the reactions from the week. Exactly. That's something that's going to be a part of that. When you're talking in terms of subject matter, as far as things going on in the world, I'm not really a political person, so I don't want to get too much of that. That causes too much of a riffraff. I don't want to do that. I'm really open to talk about anything though, other than that, really. And then we can discuss reactions from the week. We can discuss new music that came out. We can do reviews together. We can do all kinds of things. I want this to be a community. I don't want it just to be me in front of the microphone talking all the time. I like this format where you guys are here talking back to me. This is great. Red Savine again. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of that. Teddy Bear. Okay, Red Savine. Okay, so we can definitely do that. Thanks again, Nicole. Right, I saw that. Cinderella's Nobody's Fool, live performance of that. I absolutely love that song. So I'm telling you ahead of time that I have already heard the song. Who has not heard Cinderella's Nobody's Fool? But I've never heard it live. So that's what it is. Okay, James, $10. I don't want a subscription like Patreon, but this is an opportunity to say thank you. No, thank you. Like this is more about you guys than it is me. I'm honored that you guys like value anything that I have to say. Period, that you guys would come and watch me or whatever. So it means a lot to me. Trust and believe that. And hopefully we can continue to vibe together for some time to come. Okay, as an international member of your audience, wonder how late it is there for you. It is 7:38 p.m. Mountain Time where I'm at. 7:38 p.m. So it's a little early for me. Although I will be leaving soon because I will be going to work at 2:30 in the morning because UPS is like some haters right now. They don't want to see me get my shine on. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, Freddie Fender. Okay. Stuff I don't say. I look forward to reactions. Yes, more reactions will be uploaded tomorrow as we start again with new content, massive content. People were asking me about 4-album reactions coming back again and the other channels or whatever. Both of those channels will return around the 1st of January. This is the main hub, though. I will not abandon this channel here where most of my people are to go off and venture into those things. I will be recording for all of the channels, but I will not leave DramaSydETV without Hey, why the sad face? Did I miss something you said? Hope you had a great Christmas was the last thing I saw that you said. Christmas was different for me this year, um, but I got to spend a lot of time with my daughter, and that is what is mostly important to me. It's the most important thing to me. I do have the best community here. I totally agree with that. Like I said, if you told me, Michael, you want 1 million subscribers or you want the best community, I would take the best community because I enjoy the vibe. I enjoy the vibe. Have not heard a word of preaching. That's because I'm not a preacher, but I speak from the heart. I say what I say, and it is what it is. People can take me or leave me, um, and I'm not here to beg. I'm just here to be myself. So sad you're leaving us and working. We're selfish. Well, like I said, the response basically of what I'm seeing here is that you guys would like to do this more often. So we will do this definitely more often. Um, yeah, bluegrass, still drivers, Billy Streams, bluegrass. Just I lost JD. Yes, yes, we can do some bluegrass. I've done some still drivers before. Yes, we can do that. Angelina is always going to be here. She's not going anywhere. Young Legend will always be here because that's what we do. We pay homage. We pay homage to young legends here. We pay our respects. Just be you, my friend. Got to be true to yourself no matter what. And that's exactly what I've learned through all this Depeche Mode. Yes, yes. Dave and Soul Savers. Yes. Thank you very much, Patty. I appreciate that. Time zone, central time zone for me. Great reactor, great viewers. You know what? And here's the thing. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, Nicole, because here's the thing. What determines a great reaction? Do I always have to do the classic rock? Do I always have to do the acapella? Now you just said maybe do some Backstreet Boys or Bon Jovi. A lot of these reactors is too cool for school. A lot of them won't tell you that they listen to Backstreet Boys or Bon Jovi. I listen to all of it. And there were some things that I heard on the radio. I was driving to work the other day and like radio. It's like, wow, before I got that job, I didn't really listen to radio that much, but I listen to radio a lot now. And so there's a lot of artists here um, that are out there right now that I've heard some great music from. And I'm like, why don't I hear reactors or see reactors doing this? You know, and because you're afraid, I mean, or your views won't be high. I don't care about none of that. Great music is great music. So that's what we're going to do here. And it doesn't matter where it comes from. Yeah. Yes. Could react to a song a day for their entire life and miss lots. You could. And I don't want to be that guy. I want to continue to expand and I want to do things that maybe you wouldn't even expect me to do. Um, and like I said, we're going to lose people along the way because everybody wants what they want. But, what I've seen over these last 2.5 years is that people have really stayed here and have been dedicated to the channel. Even when I couldn't be here all the time, they've been here. And so now it's me paying it forward, coming back to you guys and doing the best I can for you guys. So so many reactors only in it for the number of views. And like I said, that's no disrespect to anybody. I'm not going to speak ill of anybody. I mean, I've seen it and I don't need to mention any names, but I'm here for the music. So with that being said, I see the attendance number is going down here. I think maybe I have spoken too long today. I'm going to let you know that going forward in the future, when I do these, you can count on them being maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours. I don't want to get on here and be on here for 15 minutes. I want to make it worth my time, worth my while, and answer questions and see what you guys want so I can shape out the direction of these channels. So, yeah. So, one time a week at minimum, we'll get together and we'll spend a couple hours together and we'll talk. All my ride or dies, I believe that. All my ride or dies are here. I believe that. Um, Thanks for sharing how you came up with your name. Oh, there's a lot of backstory behind that. There's a lot more that's going to come out about that. But yes, thank you for finally allowing me to tell you what DramaSydE really is about, as opposed to what people thought it was about. Because I'm not for all drama and negativity and violence and all that crap. It's about uh, somebody growing up in a harsh, cruel situation and wanting to turn things around for the positive. That's all it is. Me growing up in drugs and murder and things of that nature and wanting to, knock on wood, almost 50 years old, never seen a jail, never seen a prison, and I'm going to keep it that way. But this is what I use. I use music to keep me out of that element. So, but yeah. So I think I'm going to walk away from this microphone right now and put something in the air fryer before I go down for the night. But I thank all of you guys for joining me tonight. We are about to go ahead and do the doggone thing for 2022. As I said earlier, Merry Christmas to all of you guys. A Happy New Year. But listen, we're going to spend a lot more time together before that New Year hits. So I'll be back to tell you that again. Thank you very much, $49.99. Appreciate you, Barry, my brother. Thank you so much. So yeah, make sure you get those requests in. Okay. All right. I'm about to sign off here. DramaSydETV, baby. I had a good time. This was pretty disgusting. Later on.